Alright, welcome to the video. Today's one's all about ab training. So as a person working in the fitness industry, 90% of the time I'm asked about trying to get your abs to show through better. So this will help your abs show through better, but it'll also make you feel a lot stronger throughout the day and in your bigger lifts. So we often see guys going to squat and deadlift and they'll throw belts around their waist straight away because their core isn't strong enough. And there's nothing more frustrating if you do go to squat or deadlift and you can't get up to your maximum weight because your core is too weak. So for that reason, I think it's important to train your abs functionally as well as aesthetically. So I think there's three ways to do this. Is to train them dynamically, for stability, and then obviously aesthetically at the end. So the thing about with your abs is because they're a muscle that's used daily, so when we stand up, sit down, doing household jobs, our abs are working. So they're highly oxygenated, which means they can recover quick. So I always like to train them in a circuit fashion. So that means going from one exercise straight into the next. So what I'll do is I'm going to put the 3 ab exercises in a row. Very first one's going to be the dynamic one. Number 2 will be more stability. And number 3 down will be kind of the spot shape. So you think about when we're trying to get our abs to show through, so say a guy wants to get lean and look shredded, or for a girl for that matter, what you need to do is drop your body fat down. So to drop your body fat, you're going into a calorie deficit. That's going to help you take off the fat. But unless you have the muscle built up there, your abs aren't going to show through. So you'll often see people with like really flat stomach, but no muscles protruding through to give them that abs effect. So these are going to help you build up the abs. Then you go into your calorie deficit to strip away the fat and really show off the muscle. So like I said, we're going to do this in a circuit format. First one's going to be dynamic, so by that you're going to be moving with them. Second one's going to be more stability. And the third one is going to be like spot working to try build that muscle up so when the body fat's down you can really see them. Alright, so exercise number 1 is going to be your dynamic one. So I call this a twist and punch. So basically you set your bar up. If you've got a landmine spot in your gym to stick your bar into, great. If not, you can just set your bar in against the wall just where it's stable at one end. From that, toe underneath the bar, just drop down into your squat position so your hips are down, your chest is tall. I'm going to grab with this arm, so I'm coming across my body already, so I'm engaging the outside of my stomach. And from that, I come with a pull up. As I pull, my right hand comes underneath, I twist and follow through a punch. And I come back down. So one more time, nice and slow. Coming across the body, twist up, punch through. So now when I get going full speed, I'm down. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and like I said, that's your dynamic movement. So that's training the abs while you're moving, which is very important if you're a sports-based athlete. Okay, so that was our dynamic one. Now we're going to our stability. So we're going to work through the side of our stomach. We're going to go into our side plank. So on our elbow, pop up into the hips. Main thing here is don't let your hips fall down so we're not sagging through. Keep up, nice straight line, elbow below the shoulder, and you're going to hold. So for this, you have 2 options. If you're just beginning out, you can just hold this steady for about 30 to 45 seconds. Or if you feel a bit more advanced, drop the elbow down to the ground and up. And obviously bringing in this rotation challenges the stability a lot more. So like I said, that'd be number 2. So I would have done 10 each arm on my dynamic movement, then came into the stability one in my side plank. Like I said, you can hold it for 30 to 40 seconds, or if you're going for your rotational reps, you can do 10 and 12 on one side, and then flip over and hit the opposite side. Okay, so that's 2 exercises down. The third one is what I was calling kind of spot shape, and sort of more for aesthetics. It's going to be our reverse crunch. So you're just going to lie flat back onto the ground, pop your hands by your side or just below your ass, and from there, you're going to reverse in and back out. So when you're doing these, try not to get caught just pumping your knees in and out. That's not good enough. What you want to think about doing is rolling your hips off the ground. So picture your back just peeling up off the ground and back down. So by that, I'm down, rolling the hips up, back out. So just inch by inch, picking them off the ground. If you really think about that kind of rolling effect, you'll get a lot more out of the lower abs rather than just pumping your knees straight in and out. That's just going to hit your hip flexors. So try to think about rolling up every time. So that's the first 3 exercises: dynamic, stability, and then the aesthetic one. You do 10 to 12 on each one. After you've done all 3, take like a 40-second break and complete 3 rounds of that circuit. Okay, so circuit 1 done. Circuit number 2 is the exact same principle. It's dynamic, stability, and then aesthetic. Okay, so first exercise, our dynamic one, is going to be a crunch with a twist. So we're down into the sit-up position, crunch up, twist to the box, back down. So then we keep coming up nice and quick through it, making sure every time get that good twist. So what you'll be looking for there, 12 to 15 each side, so make sure you spin around, box from the opposite side too, and that's exercise number 1 done. And then we go straight into our stability movement, which is going to be barbell rollouts. Okay, so with the barbell rollouts, important thing is you're bracing through the stomach. So before you even do the exercise, picture someone's just about hitching the stomach, so you brace up nice and tight through there. Hands shoulder width apart, keeping your back nice and steady, and your start position is 45 degrees out. So I'm in this position, brace up the stomach, roll it out, and coming back in just to 45. So again, if you come back in too far, you lose the tension in your stomach. You just want to go out and back into 45, so you always keep them stressed, and that's what's going to get you maximum results. Again, 10 to 12 reps here in the barbell rollouts, and we move into our third one, which is going to be more aesthetics. Okay, so the third one is more for that kind of spot shape effect. It's going to be your hanging knee raises. So for that, just going to get your pull-up bar, hang it down, loose, and rising the knees up. And again, try not to stop with your knee raised there. We're only half working. Try get the knees all the way up to the chest and down. And so again, that's going to be 10 to 12 reps. So that's your 3 exercises again, your dynamic, stability, and then aesthetic one. You do 3 rounds of that circuit, and that's you done. So you put circuit 1 on its own 3 or 4 times, circuit 2 on its own 3 or 4 times, and that's your ab work complete.